All right, hi everybody. I'm Chief Meteorologist Adam Clark, and we're going to continue this coverage online and on Facebook just to let folks know what's coming, what's going on. We've got a lot of thunderstorm warnings out there around Sumter, also in Lee County. Orangeburg still under a warning, also sections of Lexington County still under warned areas. So in Lexington County, this warning lasting just until around 7:45, so another 5 minutes for that warning. The one in Orangeburg County until 8:15. Also over towards the east in Clarendon County there, 8 o'clock. Up towards Lee County, your warning lasting until 7:45. So the watch still in effect. That's the area shaded in pink, and all the showers and storms continuing very rapidly to the east. We'll turn it on right here. You can see just how much lightning is out there just around Sumter down towards Orangeburg. A lot of lightning pushing east and upwards of, we had about 4,000 strikes, and now it's 1,500 in this box right here, and up towards Sumter County we've got in upwards of about 1,300. So that has gone down a little bit. It was up to around 4,100 strikes in 30 minutes. But Vance, Holly Hill is next. You folks in Holly Hill will be seeing this rain and heavy rain and even 70-mile-per-hour winds moving through. Around Manning, also heavy rain pushing over to the east of the region. You can see everything pressing east towards Kingstree over Lake Marion. So Lake Marion's getting a lot of wind, and we had several reports up towards areas of Lake Murray earlier around 6 o'clock this evening. As the storm moved over there, the winds are really amplified over the lake because there's no friction at all. But also I'm noticing in that last frame, I'm going to go back so you can see this loop again. You can see it's getting a little bit weaker. There's not as much red there around Vance. That's really awesome news. And also down to the south around Orangeburg. That's not to say, folks, in Holly Hill, everything's over. You're still under a warning, so please take shelter. This even a 50 to 60 mile-per-hour wind gust can break a window and cause some damage. And it's about to pass into Williamsburg County over towards Kingstree. Orangeburg, we've got the southern half of town looking okay. St. Matthews, still some rain and thunder over your region. Sumter, it's got a little bit of a clear spot. Bishopville, still some heavy rain, and everything's pushing up to the north and east towards Lamar, over towards Florence. Now, as you can see, this segment has moved very quickly. We just have some sprinkles and showers. The watch has been allowed to expire in Fairfield County and also Newberry County, so we're okay there, but we still have the watch in effect here on Columbia and points eastward, and you can see why. We've got all the thunderstorms through Clarendon County, southern and eastern sections of Clarendon County into Orangeburg County. Heavy rain over that way. Here around Orangeburg, a lot of lightning detected, and again, everything pressing over to the east. We've got a brand new frame right there as it pushes east into the PD. Now, a lot of storm reports have come in, so we're going to click on some of these. We've got a new wind gust right there. I want to make sure we get that. This one right here, Ballantyne. A Mesonet reported 45 mile-per-hour gusts at Flotilla Island, Flotilla Island, let's call it the Flotilla Island right there. And also Lexington County, we had spotter reported trees down blocking the roadway at Carton Road and Basil Road, and then St. Matthews, Calhoun County Dispatch reported trees down on Sweetwater Road and Murph Mill Road. Tree reported down on Old State Road. So there are some trees down reported, several up in Newberry County as well. We've clicked on several of those from around 6 o'clock, 6:18. Reports a tree down on a house near intersection of Park Drive and Chapman Road. No injuries reported there. Of course, these storms did create a lot of damage in the upstate, even one death attributed to it in Anderson County, unfortunately. And we've still got the warnings in effect here around our region as well. So here around Sumter in Lee County, Orangeburg County, and southern Lexington County for another couple of minutes, about 5 seconds. That warning right here should expire and get off of the map. There it goes right there. And as you can see, Sumter and Orangeburg still under the warned area until right around 8 o'clock. So we've got another 15 minutes there, another 30 minutes down in Calhoun, Clarendon, and Orangeburg County till 8:15. Now we've had several reports from you online, and a lot of great pictures, so keep them coming. If you see damage and the storm's over with and you're safe, it's been 15 minutes since the last lightning strike, go ahead and take a picture and send it to us at wistv.com. That's the best way to get it done. And Chandler Jordan, meteorologist Chandler Jordan, is going to show us some of those pictures that you've been sending in. Chandler.
Yeah, Adam, absolutely right. We're stressing safety first. Make sure you're allowing yourself to make sure that you're safe and the storm is long gone before you try and venture out and take any type of photo.
All right. They don't have us up there, Chandler. We'll get to him in just a second here. Let me try to zoom in again to Orangeburg County. You guys in the booth tell me when we're ready to toss to Chandler. That'd be great. Sumter County, again, under this warned area, and everything pressing to the east. So a lot of lightning associated with this storm as it continues over to the east there around Orangeburg County, Branchville, around Vance. Some lightning just over to the west. It's pushing east, so in Vance, you're about to see some very heavy rain and very frequent lightning, and just one after the other. It's one report that I had from my relatives up in the upstate. It's like, man, there was a lot of lightning associated with these storms and a good bit of wind as well. And we've seen a lot of reports from our sister station in areas of the upstate around Greenville and Spartanburg. And you just saw all the reports that we've had here in our region too. So are we ready to send to Chandler? Can we do that? All right, Chandler, take it away.
Thanks, Adam. And like we were talking about, we're urging safety if you are able to venture out once it is safe to do so. And as Adam had mentioned, you haven't heard any type of thunder or lightning for at least 15 to 30 minutes, then you'll be okay to get outside and take pictures if it is still safe to do so at that point. And as always, you can share those with us at wistv.com. Now, here's a look at some of the content that we've already gotten. And thank you to everyone who has been sending us in photos, because it's one thing to see something on radar, but when you get ground truth, it helps us and the National Weather Service confirm what we're seeing on radar and how it's playing out in real life. So we really appreciate any and all types of photo or video that you send to us, because again, it helps us verify what we're seeing with these thunderstorms as they move through the area. So here's a look at a picture. This is from Harrison. This is wind gust damage in Newbury a little earlier this evening, in Newberry. And you can see this is somebody's backyard. Multiple trees have been blown over. You can even see a kayak or canoe that has also been tossed throughout the yard. And when you get wind gusts anywhere from 50 to 60, and especially once you get close to the 70-mile-per-hour range, this is where we're starting to talk about how damage is able to quickly occur. We'll go through some of the other photos and video that we've gotten in, thanks to you sending them in. Brian Scott, this is the sky at Kittywake Drive and Augusta Road in Lexington. This appears to be a shelf cloud, and I'll go into the other photo in the gallery, and you can see what we call scud, which a lot of people tend to think that scud is a tornado developing. I don't think there were any types of reports of that or any type of rotation. But certainly when you get these powerful bowing segments of thunderstorms along the leading edge, there's a lot of energy that's being released, and we get these really cool shelf clouds along the leading edge, and they almost always usher in stronger gusts of wind, typically associated also with some heavy rain as well as some lightning. So I bet if you saw clouds like this in the sky, it was only a few moments after that that the winds were picking up. You're getting some heavy rain at that point, frequent lightning as well within some of these thunderstorms. Let's go ahead and move through some of these other pictures that we got. This is also from Lexington a little earlier this evening. Thanks to Magnolia for sending these in. And this also appears to be some more shelf cloud-like features. Again, along the leading edge of these thunderstorms, you can see the powerful gusts of wind that are going to be released. And also, as I mentioned, some scud, which looks like a tornado, isn't a tornado, but just looks like it, along the underneath portion of this outflow and the shelf clouds that have been developing along the leading edge of these boundaries. And this also is the edge of the thunderstorm throughout portions of Lexington County, and another wicked picture that we've got of this shelf cloud throughout portions of Lexington County. This is a little farther closer to Lake Murray. This is at Dreher Island State Park. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that, but this is a video that we got actually from the lake. This is Jeff Rogers who took this video. And as Adam had mentioned, we get our wind gusts to slightly increase over bodies of water, and that's due to zero friction being able to prevent the winds from being as strong. But once you get them to move over the water, as you can see within this video, very choppy waters. And then off in the distance, that doesn't appear to be any type of tornado. I'd say more so that looks to be probably the leading edge of a shelf cloud and maybe some scud, as I just showed you in those other pictures. The scud, the underneath portion of the energy that's being released by these thunderstorms as they blow through. And then again, very choppy waters, very gusty winds, and it's likely, it looks like these thunderstorms are moving towards Lake Murray in this particular video. So that's all of the photos and video that you have sent us in. Of course, again, we really appreciate when you're able to send us these, because it gives us truth and it helps us and the National Weather Service determine the exact type of impact that we've had with these thunderstorms. We'll briefly go over to our Dominion Energy website, and this gives us an idea of how many outages that we've had out there. I'll go ahead and try and zoom out and get all of the Midlands included in this, and quite a few outages, especially around Lexington and Richland counties. Right now, 439 incidents have been reported. That's as of quarter till. So we get an update on this in every 10 to 15 minutes. That means 14,225 people currently without power, and that's all across the Midlands. And again, most of our outages have been concentrated across Lexington and Richland counties. In particular, we're getting quite a few power outages that have been reported throughout portions of Forest Acres as well as Arcadia Lakes near Dentsville. This is to the south of Arcadia Lakes in Dentsville. Heathwood, quite a few power outages being reported there. Quite a few outages right along Highway 12 and Highway 16. This is also near to the north of Segra Park as you're leaving town, near Columbia College. You can see where a lot of these reports have been concentrated, even near places such as Marshall Street, Colonial Heights as well. Benedict College with some reports of outages as well. So along the leading edge, quite a bit of a punch that was packed by these thunderstorms, especially when you get wind gusts from 50 to 70 miles per hour. With another look at our radar and another outlook through the rest of the evening, here's meteorologist Vaughn Gaskin. What's going on, Vaughn?
Thank you, Chandler. And again, we are back here looking at our first alert radar, still tracking plenty of activity. There are still several severe thunderstorm warnings that we still have to be mindful of, that we still have to watch out for. One area that we're watching now starting to slip just to a little bit south of being severe over near Bishopville in Lee County. So this is an area near Lee State Park, Wissahickey, Manville, in those areas. Watch out for those areas, still seeing that very, very heavy rain and gusty wind. Heavy rain still falling for us in north, in Woodford, Stanley, at edge over near Pillion, and of course that's Wagner and Sally communities there, as you watch out right on a line along Orangeburg County there. So just kind of watch out for these communities. Still seeing the heavy rain and the gusty wind. You can still see the areas that are etched out with the severe thunderstorms still going there. You do see that leading edge. That's where you're going to get that deepest red color, and that's the area where you're seeing the strongest wind, the heaviest rain, and the strongest downpours. So watch out for all of those areas in there. Now, based on what we're seeing, our future cast with our wind gusts, it is doing a pretty good job of picking up on the timing here, showing that a lot of the showers that we're seeing now are in areas like St. Matthews, North, Sumter, Manning, and Orangeburg. And this is about where we are in our timing. So doing a pretty good job of showing us it will continue to shift over to the east. Looks like everyone should be cleared out by around 10 o'clock. That's a good thing, because if we do see all this clearing, that gives us the opportunity opportunity to wake up on Tuesday morning with dry, comfortable, and quiet conditions. The severe weather risk today had us under an enhanced risk. That was a level 3. This isn't something that we see very often. So to be under a level 3 is interesting and something that is a little bit rare around here for us. But to get it maybe once or twice, maybe 3 times a year is about all you're going to get. And so for now, as we look at the severe thunderstorm watch, it's still in place for several counties here. All of the counties shaded in the pink. Now, a lot of the counties to the north have come out of it. That means that the threat is no longer in place for them. The threat has now gone down. We're now at a point where we're actually seeing that threat start to weaken for those northern counties, but they're kind of slowing down a little bit because we actually have some storms over near Georgia that are going to be coming through. And it could clip the southern part of our viewing area. So for now, they're kind of slowing down on chipping away at all of these counties. But we do know that they are watching it very closely. So as the main threat begins to move away from us, we'll see them taking that severe thunderstorm watch out of your general area. Here's a look at our first alert 10-day forecast. We are tracking 95 for tomorrow. It will still be warm and breezy for us, but at least we're not talking about so many storms as high pressure from the north builds in. It shifts our front to the coastline. That front stays parked along the coast for Tuesday and Wednesday. So that means we take the rain chances down for a little bit, but starts to build back in come Thursday. So let's watch out for that come Thursday. We'll be watching closely for the possibility of another couple of showers and storms developing and kind of riding along a stationary front. So that'll be Thursday and Friday's weather that we'll be worried about. But for now, let's enjoy Tuesday and Wednesday being dry days for us as we start to approach the upcoming weekend. And as we head into the weekend, we are tracking the middle 90s and a lower chance of showers and storms.
All right, Vaughn, thank you very much. Let's go to Max 1 really quick. We've had several reports of trees down in Orangeburg County. So down in Orangeburg County, all these warnings are a lot of them are about to expire as the storms move through. So know that Orangeburg, Vance, Sumter, still under a warned area. So we'll get rid of the watch so you can see the warnings, and we'll just get for one last time so you know exactly. This one lasts till 8 o'clock, so another 4 minutes. This one is lasting until I believe it's 8:15. So you've got about 20 minutes left on that warning there, and a lot of lightning and a lot of trees down reported. I'm just watching on the chat with the National Weather Service from emergency managers and fire and rescue down towards Orangeburg County. So these storms have produced some damage. Lake Marion, Holly Hill, Vance, Bowman, getting some heavier rain currently, and of course this warning lasting until right around 8:15. So most of the heavier rain is pushing out of the county. Again, these things are moving very quickly at 40 miles per hour. Kingstree, about to see some heavier rain there. Lone Star, some light showers. Cameron and Orangeburg, just a few showers and storms there. Just north of Maysville, Lamar, and Sardis, Turbeville, also getting in on some rain. But again, most of the threat is starting to wane in our region. So we're going to wrap up our coverage in just a moment, but I'm giving the time for the National Weather Service to actually put the new reports, the storm reports, into the system here around Orangeburg. But as you can see, a lot of lightning there in the last 30 minutes, and I want to get another reading. What we notice is as the sun is setting, the storms usually weaken. We had on there a lot of lightning and around 15 to 3,000 strikes. It's down to 794. That's still nothing to sneeze at. We've got a lot of lightning associated with this, and 513 farther over to the east there. And here are the reports. So we're starting to get a few of them. This is a new one right here. Let's see if I can get it to pop up. Yep. Ellery, Orangeburg County Dispatch reported trees down along Racetrack Road near Ellery. Time estimated based on radar around 6:55. And I also want to click on the ones in Kershaw County. We haven't talked about those yet. In Camden, Kershaw County Dispatch reports widespread trees and power lines down in the county, and that was at 6:50. So widespread trees and power lines down in the county around Camden there. And just over to the west, Longtown, Kershaw County Dispatch reports trees down at the intersection of Humphreys Road and Shivers Green Road. And that's around 6:40 this evening. So again, everything's pressing over to the east. A lot of wind associated with it. Looks like we've got a new wind report right here. Ballantyne, that's at 45 mile per hour gusts at Dutch Fork High School. April. And we've got this one as well from also Ballantyne. It's 45 at Flotilla Island. So a lot of reports in a short amount of time, and we're going to see some more down towards Orangeburg County. But the biggest one I've seen thus far is in Camden. This one right here reported of widespread trees and power lines down. So if you see a power line down, you're likely watching us online on your phone because your power is out. Is there any outages over towards Kershaw County? Chandler's going to look at that really quickly because this report just is telling me something right there, that we had some very strong winds move through Kershaw County there, and wind damage at around 650 or so. So he's going to check in on that, and we're going to see some more reports down to the south. Also, this one right here in Calhoun County, a report of trees down at Sweetwater Road and Murph Mill Road, trees reported down on State Road, and also southern sections of Lexington County. Spotter reported trees down blocking roadway at Carton Road at Basil Road, 623. They might have a different power company than what we're using. Is that what's going on? I just thought of that. Got you. Okay. All right. We're going to check on that, but just be careful if you see a downed tree. Make sure that we're not crossing it and not getting anywhere near it, especially a down power line is what I'm trying to say. Down power lines, make sure you're staying away from the down power lines, and just turn around and don't drown if you've got some flooded roadways, because a lot of rain has fallen out of these systems as these storms have rumbled through. So Columbia, we're in the clear. Orangeburg, you're almost in the clear. You're going to see some more rain and thunder, but nothing quite as strong as what you just experienced. And the heaviest rain is down to the south of Orangeburg, and this line right here will be out of the viewing area here in about 14 minutes or so. Over towards Manning and Clarendon County, that system has pushed out, so you've just got some light rain over there. So that's what we're dealing with. We've had reports of numerous trees down in Camden and Kershaw County, so please stay safe up that way. And it looks like most of the activity has pushed down to the south and east. Were you able to find anything, Chandler?
I haven't seen anything. I'm still trying to take a look here and figure out what we've got going on in Kershaw County, but I imagine some type of outages, of course, with
That's
the
what I would
leading
think
edge.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's got to be some outages if we've got power lines down, of course. It just makes sense. But around Orangeburg and also southern sections of Orangeburg, we've got the heaviest rain and the gustiest winds. So that's what we're dealing with in southern Orangeburg County there. And northern half of Orangeburg County, you can see still some heavier rain, but the warning area is just right here around Orangeburg and down to the south town towards St. George. So we've got this line of storms that we've been forecasting for a while. It's finally come through. It's brought us gusty winds, of course, and frequent lightning and very heavy rain and some downed trees as well. Let's see if we've got any new reports. Yep, we've got one right here. I want to click on that. Orangeburg County Dispatch reported trees down at the intersection of Drake Drive and Fanning Road. So that's at around 626. So as these storms rumbled through, knocked down all sorts of trees across the Midlands. So we're going to click on this one right here. I believe that's a brand new one. Ellery reported trees down along Racetrack Road near Ellery, and that was right around 6:55. So do you have anything new over there, Chandler?
Nothing new, just trying to figure out the Dominion Energy outage map. I think what's going on is that it looks like portions of the area might be serviced by different type, maybe the North Carolina side of providers, because we're only getting the northern, central, and western portions of our viewing area. But still, we've seen our outages increase as Chief Meteorologist Adam Clark has been walking through this line of thunderstorms. We're starting to see some outages show up throughout portions of Orangeburg County, and we'll go ahead and get back to where we can kind of get an idea of exactly how many have been reported. Even throughout just alone around the Columbia metro area, 289 separate incidents that have been reported. That has caused upwards of 7,800 customers to lose power this evening. And so we'll continue to monitor things closely, but it looks like our power outages are going to continue to increase, of course, given that we've had these strong gusts of wind that have been blowing through the area. So we'll view this by location. And let's see if we can get our numbers to pop back up here. Let's see, arrow, no, that's going to take us away from the website, and that zooms us out. So we'll zoom back in. And again, a lot of these outages concentrated throughout the Columbia metro, but as this line of storms continues to move throughout portions of Orangeburg County, I imagine we'll get some more reports to come in there, Adam. But it looks like we'll continue to look at things here and see if we can get some stuff for Kershaw County. But you're right, you know, as these storms continue to move farther to the east, it's likely that we'll see a catch up of some of the reports out there of damage with wind causing power lines down and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, they're just popping up all over the map currently, it just takes time. It's got to go through a process that feeds our system as well via satellite. And here in Orangeburg County, this is why we're still on. It's just the southern part of Orangeburg County that's got the winds currently and all the lightning. You can see in Lee County, Sumter, and the northern half of Clarendon County, no more warnings. The only warning that we've got left is until 8:15, so another 10 minutes on that warning there, and that's pressing down to the south and east at a very rapid pace, around 40 miles per hour as this system makes its way through. And it still has a lot of lightning associated with it as well. So in upwards of around, let's see, right around 858 strikes within Orangeburg County, also down towards Bamberg County and Barnwell in the eastern sections of Allendale County. So there's Bamberg, seeing that really gusty winds and heavy rain rumbling through their region there. And Manning, just some on and off lightning around Clarendon County there. Clear skies here in Columbia, so we're looking good. But this warned area, it's still in effect until 8:15. And here are some of the reports. I'm not seeing any new ones. We had several in this region right here. Of course, we have a bigger population throughout Chapin and Irmo, so you're going to see more reports in that area, like Little Mountain. Newberry County Dispatch reports trees down near the intersection of Nursery Road and Highway 76. And that was at around 6:27. And this one down to the south here, Orangeburg County Dispatch reported trees down at the intersection of Four Holes Road and Wild Hearts Road. That's around 6:51. So these storms are continuing down to the south and east and out of Orangeburg County. So we're going to wrap things up. We still have a watch in effect until midnight, but we're likely going to see that chiseled away and pushed over to the east. It hasn't yet, so that just means there's still potential for strong storms to rumble through. So the Weather Service not comfortable yet to expire the counties to the west, because we still have some activity in that region. But this is the big warned area in southern Clarendon County, southern and eastern sections of Calhoun County, Orangeburg, including the city of Orangeburg, with this warning until 8:15, and also over towards Vance. So we take off the watch here. That was just me taking it off so you can kind of see where the warnings are, because we had almost at one point most of the Midlands under some sort of warning this evening, so this afternoon and evening, and everything now just to the south of Orangeburg, so you still have some activity. So you can see why they're not going to cancel the watch yet. Just some storms just south of Sumter there, but the heaviest rain, where we've got the most danger, is just south of Orangeburg, and that's moving away from Orangeburg down to the south there around Vance, Holly Hill, still having some problems with heavy rain. St. George, everything pushing down to the south and east, and just about 8 minutes or just 7 minutes left on the warning for this storm right here as it continues down to the south and to the east. So Lone Star, a few storms down to the south, just south of Orangeburg, north of St. George, and around areas of Cameron. So still seeing some heavier rain. Up to the north, Sumter, you're looking okay, and no warning for you any longer, as this area right here most likely seeing some pretty good wind. So we've got warnings in Williamsburg County and around Florence. They're under warnings as this system quickly moves east towards through the PD region. So any other new reports over there?
Not
good?
seeing anything new, Adam. Looks like,
Okay.
I should note though, the Dominion Energy website takes about 10 minutes to update each time, and the last update was around 8:05. So I imagine that as we get later into 8:15, 8:30, we'll probably start to see some more power outages. But right now, across the Midlands, and this is just to the south and west of Kershaw County, includes all of Lexington and Richland counties. For most of the Midlands, it looks like 273 incidents that are causing outages at this time, and that means at least 7,500 customers are without power at this point. But as we've been talking about, it's likely to see these numbers slowly increase over the next at least 30 minutes to an hour, not only as the website itself updates, but as the rest of these thunderstorms move out and we're able to get more of these damage reports uploaded and into the system so we can view, Adam. But yeah, definitely, along these leading edge of thunderstorms, definitely enough power with them to knock out power and blow some trees over for sure.
That's right, yes. We've had, this is the reports that he's talking about across the area, and we've got a few here and there down towards Orangeburg County and a few up to the north there. So we're going to wrap it up right here. Thank you for watching. We've still got a warning until about for another 5 minutes or so in southern sections of Orangeburg County, this area right here. As this storm has pushed down to the south and east, we can expect winds around 60 to even 70 miles per hour, and it's going to quickly move out of the area. So if you know folks that live down in the low country, just let them know that, hey, there's a very strong storm on the way. I know we all have friends everywhere across this state, especially WIS viewers, and just make sure that they're going to stay safe as well, because not everybody is as in tune with the news and weather as you might think. They might not have no clue that there's a big system that's coming through, and it's currently moving through St. George. So several power outages. We've had several reports of downed trees in Camden County, or Kershaw County in Camden. This is the report that's got my attention the most. Widespread trees and power lines down in the county, time estimated around 6:50 or so. But for now, from the WIS studio, I'm Chief Meteorologist Adam Clark. We're going to stay here and wait out these storms, and we'll be right back on as needed. So thank you very much for watching, and stay safe.